You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's The Tomorrow People After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's The Tomorrow People After Show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We are back. I am Tom Connolly here at AfterBuzz TV for the Tomorrow People.
Mrs. Tom Connolly.
Mister. The belt says groom, not bride.
Mrs. Tom Connolly. Welcome.
Welcome. Sitting across from me, Yael Teagle. How you doing,
Hello,
Yael?
everyone. I'm doing great.
Good to be back.
Yeah.
Yes. And before we get into the Tomorrow People, we just want to thank you guys for watching the after show this week. And if you guys didn't know, the AfterBuzz founders, Maria Menounos and Kevin Undergaro, who've been, who worked so hard to make all of this happen here at AfterBuzz, they have their own show now. It's called Chasing Maria. It's on Oxygen, and it's a really fun show. You guys should really watch it. I've watched the episodes, and to me, it's one of the most real, I work in television production. It's one of the most real, reality TV shows that I like to watch and see. Everything just seems so real. And everyone here has been watching it and really loving it. And I love the dynamic between Kevin and Maria. They just are such a real couple, and you can just tell, how much they care for each other, and how much Kevin is just such a supporter of Maria. So we want you guys to tune in on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. on Oxygen. And if you can't watch it on Oxygen or can't DVR it, you can get it on iTunes and Amazon and on demand. So definitely go out and check it out. And it's a lot of fun and a fun show to watch.
And there's no excuse not to watch it.
Exactly.
No excuse.
Exactly. So watch it,
Yeah.
everyone. So let's get in. We have 2 episodes to recap.
Mm-hmm.
We were not able to do it last week.
Because someone was busy getting
I know,
married.
Jeez, I know. Why were you busy getting married last week?
Wait, how'd you guys know?
Oh, Stephen.
There's pictures online. I don't know.
Yeah.
But last week we'll do season 1, episode 20, A Sort of Homecoming.
Yeah. Roger wakes up.
Yes. He woke up, was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Was like, I'm going to go fight now. I just was almost dead on that bed, but I can fight now, and I can do everything that I always have done.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to recap, think of it. They tried to get into, they wanted to destroy the machine, kill the founder, basically.
Yeah.
Again, like always.
Right. Every episode's plan of the week.
Yeah.
We should kill the founder. That sounds like a good idea.
But it wasn't, Oh, and there was a group of Tomorrow People that went to Ultra to basically turn themselves in with the truce that they wanted to make.
And get the tracer put in.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Which,
Yeah, which a lot of that, the repercussions we saw in this episode. But yeah, Russell was one of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie, who I don't like. I hate Natalie.
Natalie, who appeared in episode 20, came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Is the biggest B word I've ever
Yeah,
met. And just gets worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I wish we had met her earlier on. I wish they would have at least built her up as being there, even just mentioned her at one point.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
had her do
Natalie,
something.
can you clean that? Or something. Just let us know she exists, because she came out of nowhere and is very vocal, which makes me believe that if she was there before, she wouldn't have been quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, yeah. Yeah, it was very out of left field, her coming into this.
And being so obnoxious.
Yeah, yes, yeah. So John ends up getting captured, gets dosed with the serum.
The reason John gets captured, you're jumping ahead.
Oh, sorry. I have that written down.
I wanna back it way up.
Gotcha. Okay, back it up.
Backing it up. I want to first back it up to the family dinner, where Roger's alive.
Okay.
Luca's aware of everything that's happening, and they have this family dinner. Luca's super uncomfortable and whatever. And Astrid and Hillary both attend the family dinner, making it even weirder. And the issue with that whole dinner that bothered me was
him raising the glass.
Roger is like, we're just a normal family. There's nothing different. We're not mutants. We're not, we're all family. We're normal. Let me raise a toast. And then he raises the glasses. The weirdest, most awkward mutant thing you could do.
Yeah.
You just told your son to calm down, and then you freaked him out. It was, it needed to be said out loud. That was ridiculous. But Astrid tells off Hillary, kind of, lets her know that she doesn't trust her.
Yeah, that she definitely, she loves Steven and that, she's just messing with him, then it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, which was a needed scene, and I'm glad we got it.
Yeah.
Now, before we get to John getting captured, you need to explain why it was that he got captured.
But you explain it to me.
I'll explain it to you, because someone clearly wasn't paying attention. Roger.
I was kind of whatever. Go ahead.
So Roger goes to blow up the machine.
Yes.
And John tranquilizes him.
Yes. Okay.
Because he feels super guilty for shooting him to begin with. So he shows up to try to
stop him,
and then blow up the machine himself. And then he gets captured.
Yeah, because it was all a trap. And Hillary does finally, says to Steven that, it's all set up. They just want your dad.
Because I'm a jerk who double-crossed you, even though I got naked and hot.
Yeah. We had fun together, but,
All right, so now back to John was captured. What were you saying about that?
So as John got captured, and he was the founder, put the serum in him, and it took, a couple times, and, every time it was... his powers were exploding even more, and
it kind of seemed like he was getting stronger.
That's what I thought was happening. I thought he was making him even more stronger, not taking his powers away.
Yeah. But.
Well, I mean, we really didn't know that until the next episode. But yeah, so they just keep pumping him with the serum, and he just finally kind of passes out in the chair, and then. You can keep leading.
My other notes were that the Russell and Natalie and the jerk-offs go and get the tracer put in, and that nurse says that it's no worse than a flu shot, and it looks so much worse than a flu shot. I was live tweeting because I was homesick, but that looked so terrible. And she's like, it's a flu shot, guys. No, it's not. That was horrible. And then. Hillary goes to see Astrid and gives her a phone number and says, call this at this time exactly. And that was the moment that I was like, oh, God, I know what this is. I know what that means. Because it couldn't mean anything else.
Yeah, I was like, I just didn't understand what she wanted her to call that number for at first. I was like, that's kind of weird, but all right.
I didn't realize that it meant that Hillary was going to be wearing it.
Yes, yeah.
I just understood that because Hillary couldn't call it herself. Because she can't kill.
Gotcha.
So it was a very clever way around it, and I had always wondered why, the Tomorrow people hadn't done more stuff like that. Have other people do stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then we get to Hillary goes to the founder.
Yes, confronts him about everything.
You can lead from here. Because it was heartbreaking.
Yeah, she confronts him and, basically says that he's... not doing, the Tomorrow people and more not doing the humans any, service. He, all along he's really wanted the Tomorrow people to come out on top on this. And she just says to him, now it's time for you to die.
And then the phone rings.
Yes. And then she takes off her jacket, and you see that she has a bomb on her.
Were you disappointed, as I was, when she took
off
her jacket and
she had clothes on? Yeah.
The other thing that we learned last week, I forgot, I have it up here, is that we finally got answers about the machine.
Yeah.
We learned what the machine does and why it is that the founder wanted to use it. That as the Tomorrow people are using it, it makes it possible for them to kill humans.
Yeah, because they showed that test, and the
guy
human couldn't. Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. He just
Yeah, he I don't know, turned into
dust.
Yeah, or or liquid or ice. It looked kind of almost like ice or something shattering or something like that.
It was weird.
Yeah.
So we finally got the answers about the machine.
And the human, he couldn't move? Is that he was frozen in time?
Because the machine stops time.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so Hillary explodes. Well, Steven tries to stop her.
Yeah.
He shows up at the end there, but can't can't stop her in time. She explodes. The founder kind of explodes, but we don't know yet.
We don't know.
We just know that, Steven tried to stop her and he couldn't.
Although we're standing there, I don't know about you, but watching this, I was like, there's no way he died.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, I knew, watching, I was like, he's definitely going to be alive.
I thought he was
in the
going to
next
teleport
episode.
out.
That's what I thought, why didn't she try to teleport out real quick, and leave the bomb behind?
More importantly, why didn't she plant a
Yeah,
bomb?
yeah, I don't know, whatever. But it was her, she was talking to Steven saying, "I'm sorry about everything. I really loved you," and that was what prompted him to. He knew he figured out what she was doing. So I mean, it was a shocking ending to me. For me, I thought it was a really strong episode. I really liked the episode a lot.
Yeah,
we got a lot of answers. A lot of things were happening, going on.
It was really nice to see Roger and Jed working together.
Yeah.
It was very cool to see them, because we saw it a little bit in flashbacks, but to see them really working together was cool.
Yeah. And then it sucks. It sucks. We did predict that she was going to die before the end of the season.
Yep.
I wasn't expecting that she would use a bomb to blow herself up, though.
Yeah, I thought she'd get shot.
Yeah, I thought the founder would just kill her just because.
To torture Steven or something?
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But I guess this is more of a torture because she, sacrificed herself for him instead of just being, a pawn in she was already a pawn in his game, in the founder's game, but just to make it more why, Steven still is he knows kind of why she did it, but I'm sure he wishes he could have helped her and stopped her.
Well, it was similar. It felt like it was similar to John in that she felt guilty for betraying Steven and John felt guilty for betraying Roger. And so they both sacrificed themselves.
Yeah.
Which is sweet in a obnoxious way.
Yeah. So then let's get on to this week's episode.
Yes.
Episode 21, Kill Switch. Cool name of the episode. We find that Hillary is dead.
Yeah.
For real.
Well, the episode started a minute before the last
with
episode
Steven,
ended.
Yeah. Coming into Ultra, seeing John leaving, walking down the steps just to get out of there.
Yeah.
And then we find that Steven comes in, the founder, still alive.
Ugh.
Side of his face is all messed up. He looked he looked real badass later when they actually cleaned him up and now his face is all deformed.
I was thinking about how she exploded and Steven was at the entrance of the room and he was fine.
Yeah.
So I was like, that must have been the weakest bomb ever.
But it exploded the whole room.
Yes, but
I think the founder was able to teleport out. I think so.
Because otherwise he would have much worse harm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think he obviously he couldn't get out fast enough, but he got out enough to where his face and the side of his body got messed up, but he was able to get out and get back in after.
It's funny because there was plenty of time between her revealing the bomb that he could have.
Yes, he could have just left.
Yeah,
it's not like he.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She didn't de-chip him or anything.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I was counting down the seconds.
Yeah.
And then we see that the founder's still alive. He's about to go after Steven. Steven teleports out of Ultra. And then we see Jedediah with a congressman or someone
someone high up.
Yeah, someone in Washington. Yeah, trying to tell him that they need to shut down Ultra. And this guy doesn't believe him one bit, and it's just
because he sounds crazy.
He does. Yeah, he does sound crazy. So they come in, take him away. We don't know exactly where they take him to, but they know it. Not someplace good for him, not someplace good for Jed. Steven ends up returning back to the lair. They tells them that what Hillary did. And Roger's just like, okay, we need to run. We need to go on the run, not face the founder.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really. I feel like before he was like, all right, we gotta kill him.
Yeah.
Now he's like, oh, he knows I'm definitely alive for sure. We gotta get out of here.
Right.
So he doesn't, take me to the machine.
Well, I guess it's because before they had the element of surprise.
Yeah.
And now they don't. Then again.
But he already knew he was alive, though.
But
before
they didn't know that he knew.
Yeah.
But Roger is supposed to be their messiah and whatnot. And I get why they're upset that he's not leading them to the promised land or whatever. But he is also kind of like weak. Like he's like, oh, we should run.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see, I want to do these other things before I try to help you guys.
Yeah. I need to protect my family before.
Like, what kind
the
of
other
leader are
hundreds of
you?
Yeah.
Anyway, don't
and
hate
then-
me, fans.
And then we see, John Carr is trying to find John. We see that he has returned to the lair.
And he's human.
He's human. He has no powers.
I put that in quotes, and we'll get to why.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. Won't be for long.
That's not okay, but also.
And then, John tells Carr that the founder let him go because if they don't make a truce, he's going to kill them all.
Yeah.
And all, basically they'll all be lost and it won't end well.
So she takes a bunch of. Doesn't she go to see the founder?
Yeah, she goes to see the founder, yeah. And he basically says, bring me Roger. The truce will happen. If not, you're all going to die. He tells them that the Tracer also has a kill switch in it. And anybody that has a Tracer, he can kill whenever he wants.
Which, the people who opted for the Tracer, here are my thoughts. One, it was your decision.
Exactly.
So Natalie's whole, you're supposed to protect us, and now we have this thing inside of us. You decided to go.
Exactly.
Kara told you not to, and you went.
And Russell was told to go.
Yeah.
And then he has it put in him, which I was like, that pissed me off because I like Russell.
He got his in first to protect them.
Yes.
And so now he's anyway. So that was first, it was your decision. And second, I lost my train of thought. I was so angry. It was your decision, and I
They
lost
should have
it.
done it. They're dumb. They went there themselves.
Yes.
And now Russell is stuck with them.
Yeah.
Which I think I didn't like that because I like Russell, and I didn't. So then the founder says, I can kill any of you guys whenever I want. And they're like, yeah, right, you can. We're gonna
I remember.
leave. Yes.
Okay, sorry. So first off, it was your decision, and second of all, you put something inside yourself without asking, about information. What? Who does that? You're dumb, and it was your decision. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He should just kill them all in that room,
Yeah.
except for Russell.
Yes.
Especially Natalie.
Yeah.
But so he says, "Oh, Jody, some guy we'd never seen before."
Yeah. Again, we're not invested in this character.
No, I knew. I was like, "Oh, he's definitely."
Yep.
So he kills Jody right away. Jody dies.
Oh, Jody.
Yeah, poor Jody. Oh man, we missed you so much.
I definitely wrote in my notes, Jody? Question mark.
And founder tells them, "You have,
1
you have
hour.
an hour, or I'm gonna kill somebody else to bring me Roger." So, we go back to the lair, and Natalie, I was like, I hate her. She's trying to convince Russell to be like, hey, let's get rid of Roger. Let's take him to the founder because we're all gonna die if not. And Russell was kind of like, no. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, let's experiment on Jody because we can find out where the Tracer is.
Right. They have Irene, who is a genius.
Yes.
And she's like, oh, I know how we can solve this problem.
Excuse me.
I'll, experiment on Jody because we can't experiment on someone who's alive.
Yes, because they
So-
were going to experiment on John, but he's like human now.
Right. But so it was John, Carr, and Steven go to get Jody's body.
Yeah.
While somebody has to go save Jedekiah because they
And-
need him to help experiment.
Yes, and the only person that can is the nurse.
Which was
like,
genius.
crazy.
Don't die over there.
I'm trying not to.
I'll keep talking
Okay,
while
you
you
keep
die
talking.
over there. So Marla goes to save Jed from the insane asylum, which I think was a genius plan.
I like that part a lot.
I totally forgot for a moment that she can teleport completely. Like she walks in, and I was like, "Oh, clever," because she's a nurse, and I thought she was gonna walk him out. And then I was like, "Oh, that's right. I forgot that she has powers."
Yeah, you're like, oh no, she can just get him out of here in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's what she did. And there was like, I mean, we never saw a follow up to it of like, this guy that just came in and said there's superhumans out there.
Disappeared.
Yeah.
Maybe there are superhumans.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I
of
thought that
course
was So she gets him out of there. Mm-hmm. I like the interaction between Irene and Jed.
Oh yeah.
Working on this, trying to figure out, how we can get this Tracer out of them, or what it at least does. Mm-hmm. And let's talk about them real quick. So we find out their banter back and forth was really good.
Yeah, I love that chemistry.
Yeah.
I think they should totally work together all the time.
Then they do. Irene ends up finding that there's like 12 strands of the DNA that
She basically finds the gene. Or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The thing that makes them paranormal.
Yes.
Which is amazing because he spent years
Yeah.
trying to figure it out. And I
But
feel like he could have hired her a long time ago.
Yeah, but it was also I felt like it was the tracer that made them that led them because
Yeah.
it was just too hard to find, I guess. But it was like a magnet. They said that
Yeah.
showed that these 12 strands or whatever it is were the ones that made them Tomorrow people.
Yeah.
Which I thought was awesome. And then as they're experimenting and things start going crazy out in the lair, we see, and Jedediah is like, "Oh, we can take these strands and put them in humans and make them Tomorrow people."
Yeah, we see his
And-
true intentions.
Yes, exactly. And he ends up kind of drugging her, knocking Irene out.
And taking her somewhere.
Yeah, we don't know exactly. I feel like I think they were still in that room. I think he just
Yeah,
drugged her to.
I assume that's what happened.
To like figure out what he can do and make himself a Tomorrow person.
Meanwhile, outside the lab,
Yes.
the Russell, so Kara and Steven have left to go try to knock down the cell tower because they
Yeah.
realize it's kind of like a cell phone.
Yes, exactly.
The tracer is. So Russell is left in charge, and Natalie.
I hate her.
I don't know if you
hate her.
you could see me holding back swear words.
I hate her so
Natalie
much.
decides that they should beat up Roger
Yeah.
and take him in.
As he's trying to coach them about
Yeah.
how to fight the founder. He's doing his darndest to help them.
Yeah.
All of them. And she's like, "You remind me of my dad."
That's not a compliment.
Yeah.
Shut up, Natalie.
I hate her.
Before we move on, I just wanted to talk about when John, Carr, and Steven went to get Jodie's body. And John, the security guards arrive, and John tells Steven and Carr to leave with the body and that he would take care of the security.
Yeah.
His scene with that security guard, when he said, like, come move outside, put your gun down.
Yeah.
It seemed like, and maybe I'm just coming up with this out of nowhere, so nobody hate me, but it seemed like he was convincing telepathically this security guard.
Yeah.
Because he did move him out of the room. He
Yeah.
did have him put his gun down until the other security guards
Yeah.
arrived. I don't believe that John doesn't have his powers.
Really?
Yes. I believe that he is still...
Maybe there's some trace of him left in
Yes.
him. Like they did because he's so powerful that there's some still.
I think there's something going on with John, and that he might
Maybe
be...
he found a different. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe because they altered his genes so that he could kill,
Oh yeah. Mhm.
he is able to also retain his powers even when they're taken away.
Yeah.
It's just a theory. Please don't hate me,
No,
fans.
that's a good. That is good. I mean, it's interesting because he was definitely controlling that guy.
Yeah, he told him, put your gun down. He's pointing a gun at this guy, and the guy starts putting his gun down.
Yeah.
Then other people interrupt his conversation, or his concentration,
Yeah.
sorry, and the gun goes back up.
And Kara almost gets shot
Yes,
as she tries to help John
because she doesn't listen.
because she loves him. That's why. That's why. Not because she doesn't listen. Well, that too. But
Both.
yeah. But they end up, taking out the security guards. I thought they were at Ultra at first, not at like a morgue.
They were at a morgue.
Yeah, I thought at first I thought it was at Ultra. Like, why would they
Yeah.
take his body to a morgue?
Oh, they said they had mentioned that they threw his body in the alley. They just left him in an alleyway.
Oh, gotcha.
Because
okay.
what is Ultra gonna do with a body?
I don't. Why would they? Because he's a paranormal. Why would you get rid of him?
That's true. Also,
Send him to that lab. Send him to some lab that you have, right?
this guy died, and like his body was found. There would be an investigation.
Yeah, I don't know. Who
Anyway,
knows?
Ultra, that was your mistake.
Yeah. But they were able to get his body back, and that's
Yes.
how Irene and
Jed.
Jed were able to, find the strands and
Right.
you know,
Sorry.
get all that stuff going.
That scene needed to be addressed.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. I mean, I like the whole scene and the fighting scene. I thought it was cool, but I wasn't even thinking that he,
There was something
controlling
odd about
guy.
that. There was something odd about that scene.
Yeah, I want to go back and I'll have to go back and watch it now.
Yes.
Just that little scene.
Everyone should. And then if I'm way wrong, leave comments
Yes,
on the YouTube
below.
video.
But then John basically leaves Kara and says, I'm not coming back to the lair.
Yeah.
I'm not a Tamara person anymore.
I'm human.
Yeah, I'm gonna just, And he was mad that she used her powers in front of humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't. That's why I was like, oh, I didn't realize until he said that. I was like, oh, I just thought they were at I just really thought they were at Ultra the whole time. And then back in the lair, Russell's like freaking out like crazy, wanting to not be the one that dies in the next hour.
Roger has a cute, really romantic fight scene where he's teaching Marla some fight tricks.
I didn't really like that one at first.
Wait,
I didn't like it.
cute.
I didn't like it at first. I was like, this is just so out of place. There's so much other stuff going on, and you guys are like being all cute with each other.
Well, she doesn't know how to fight. She's a nurse and she was never trained with all those people.
Well, she definitely,
Still doesn't know how to fight?
No, I thought she like kicked ass later.
Yes.
So
because of that training session.
I guess. I mean, it was only like 5 minutes.
Where
but
they made out.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was nice, but I just kind of was.
Well, so
it was out of place.
In the last episode, at one point, in episode 20, when Roger and Marla are sitting and talking on the couch, he says, "I just want to sit here with you. It's been, I want to just sit with you."
I mean, it has been what, like 8 years or so many years?
However many years.
Yeah.
But like, he just wants to sit there with her. He hasn't seen her in years. I'm sure there's a lot more he wants to do. So then when we have this scene in this episode where they're fighting and making out, I was like, that makes more sense to me. It's been a long time. I'm surprised they're still surrounded by other people.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yes.
You get what I'm saying,
It's
people?
been 8 years. 8 years he's been dead.
Yeah.
And then he gets brought back to life.
They both have needs, people.
Yeah.
And he clearly is physically able
to do everything.
anything. Yeah.
And then I thought this was probably one of the best sequences in like the John and Astrid stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That got deep really fast.
I know the fans were so excited. I got a lot of tweets about that.
He tells Astrid he has no powers and basically tell her, oh, well, the world's going to end. So I guess you're kind of screwed because, well, I guess we're both screwed because they were both, human. And then Astrid just calls him out on it,
Yeah.
Says, you had these powers, but you could still do something.
Yeah.
You're still like the person you are. Just because you don't have powers anymore doesn't mean you can't help your friends and, everyone, save the world, basically.
And then she almost dies and he saves her.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then she says the cutest thing. She says, "You saved my life again, but you won't go to bat for all of humanity."
And then she says that he's the bravest person she ever met.
Yeah.
And then they kiss.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, everybody.
And
the Jastrid kiss.
Yes. I didn't think I figured that was gonna happen a while ago, but I'm glad it finally did happen.
Well, I'm really glad that not just that it happened, but that later he says something very important.
We can, when he gives her his jacket.
Yes.
And he says, when I come back to you, it's not going to be...
When I kiss you next time, it's not going to be because the world is ending.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's a really important statement.
Yeah.
Because up until now, it was very clear that, he's full of emotion because he's human and he's about to die and everybody's dying.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was just great that he later made a point to, like, say, no, I care about you.
But it's also weird that, like, he cares about... Like, just because he's not a Tamara person now, he is like, whatever, see you, Kara. See you later.
He's trying to protect her by leaving her.
Protect Kara?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now he's going to, with Astrid, and then...
Astrid's not at war. She's going to die anyway.
Okay, I guess so. But I don't know. I just thought it was like, he was just like... And then even, like, later when, Kara... We see... we'll get to that in a minute.
We'll get there.
Yeah. And then back in the lairs, Roger's trying to help everybody.
Yeah.
Natalie keeps saying, Kara left you in charge.
Oh, Natalie.
We got to do something about this.
Shut up, Natalie.
Yeah. And then they finally, also, Russell comes up to Roger and is like, it's got to, it's got to end somewhere.
Yeah.
And puts the D-chip bracelet on Roger.
And they turn him in.
Yeah. Well, first it's like a big fight scene of like him. He was fighting most of them off, the majority of them off. And then finally Marla comes up and finally saves him. But that Natalie picks up Luca and basically saying, I'm gonna kill Luca if you don't let him go. She lets him go.
Stupid Natalie.
Yeah, and then I didn't think Russell went with all of them to Ultra at first, because there was like 4 of them that grabbed him and took him away.
And then he and Natalie joined them later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was really terrible. I feel like Russell has, through the season, has gone from, I only care about myself. Like, we saw his history, his past. He only cares about himself.
Yeah.
He started to be a team player and care about other people. And now he's back to unintentionally only caring about himself.
Yeah.
And I blame Natalie.
Yes. So
100%.
Yes, I do too. And another one of the Tamara people have died in that whole before Roger was taken back.
Another person who we don't know and don't care about.
Yeah.
Come on, writers, make us get us invested in the people you're gonna kill off.
So then, Kara and Steven go to this government building to shut down the cell tower. They end up, kind of getting attacked. Kara ends up getting shot. Steven ends up, going in, busting in, gets the guy to shut down the cell tower. He does like a cool the TK blast to take all them out. I thought that was a cool thing.
Yeah.
They figured out how to do it. It's like he kind of hulked up and used all his powers at once.
Yeah, I mean, he has been training really hard with the Founders.
Yeah. But he said he learned it from Kara. Not from I would have been like, did you learn that at
Ultra?
Yeah, and I thought we saw a nice side of Kara where, she tries to tell Steven that Hillary's death isn't his fault. And he's like, well, you never let anybody in on, how you're feeling. And she's like, I'm scared, and I feel like every decision I made has been, a bad move now.
Yeah.
Because now everyone's, people are dying, and now it's all on her watch because she's the one in charge now of the Tamara people and not John anymore.
I think it was a really great moment that we had. I liked it.
Yeah.
I think it helped bond them even closer, not that they were not close.
Yeah.
But also I loved when they finally got into the facility and when Steven takes the gun and Kara's like, what are you doing? You can't kill anyone. He's like, he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was smart. And then the way that they played the guy there, like, hey, we know your kids. We know where you live. We know everything.
Yeah.
Shut it down. He's like, okay. It was great. I think it's really amazing to see them doing things that they need to without using the powers in a way that you would expect.
Yeah.
Like they weren't fighting the guy and
they just got into his mind.
Yeah.
Just kind of tricked him in the end.
They kind of used his humanity against him.
Yeah.
Which is very cool to see because they can't kill, but they can still get things done without hurting someone.
Yeah. And then we get back to Ultra. Roger getting turned in. Russell kind of looks like he's doubting his decision.
Well, especially
when he gets taken away.
When he discovers that Steven and Kara
shut down the cell tower.
They shut down the cell tower, so now he can't kill you guys, and you traded in your leader.
Yeah, and he was definitely kind of regretting that.
Maybe he shouldn't have been listening to Natalie.
Exactly. Come on, Russell.
Natalie.
And then we get back down in the lair. John shows up after he tells Astrid, his nice line of, he's basically coming back for her.
When I kiss you next time, it's not gonna be because the world's ending. I wrote it down. She has his lucky jacket.
She does that. Yeah, he did say, this is my lucky jacket.
How lucky can it be?
I don't know.
All right. I'm just
and then Kara and Steven show up. She says that she hacked into, Red Russell's mind and sees that they turn in Roger.
Steven teleports home.
Yeah, and John tells Kara to take him to Astrid because she's alone and he wants to kind of be with her.
Because the world's going to end.
Yes. Steven tells Marla, you got to leave with Luca, get away from the epicenter of where this is. I guess if they're not near the epicenter, then they can kind of, not die as fast, I guess.
Well, because they're trying to save Luca.
Yeah, Luca, yeah. He
said it's not as bad if you get away from the epicenter.
Yeah. But they're gonna die either. I don't know. I guess we got to see next week to figure out exactly what's going to happen to the humans. And then I liked the ending sequence. I thought was awesome. Just kind of seeing everybody wrapping everything up, Roger in the machine with the starting. And I guess when I feel like when every time Steven got in the machine, he had to like use his powers. I don't get like Roger in the machine. Like, wouldn't he just kind of stop himself from using them? But does it make you use your powers?
I was wondering
it
the
must.
same thing. Is that does the machine make you do something?
Yeah, it must because they kept saying Steven wasn't strong enough, but Steven was clearly trying to do something when he was in the machine.
Right. And I think they need Roger to power the machine.
Yeah.
They need Steven to power the machine. Maybe it's their heartbeat because they put the things because they have to be shirtless for the machine.
Yeah. And
Which thank you, CW.
But I thought when Roger was like put in the machine, like look at like all the blood and stuff on his face, so, like he looked like real like kind of like badass. Like he was like, I'm here, but I don't want to be here. But
Right.
like from the fighting from before and stuff.
You'd think though that he'd like stop time or stop the machine or
it must just
something.
do something to like it just because they're powerful enough it just uses them to do
guess.
it must.
There are a lot of questions
Yeah.
that are still left out
And then we see Kara taking Astrid
to
see John in the lair, which I guess they're staying in the lair.
Well, so
but-
instead of taking John up,
Yeah, she brought him down.
her down,
Yeah.
which I think that's similar to the getting away from the epicenter thing, is that they're below ground. It might help.
Yeah,
They are
That's a
really
good
deep
idea.
under there. That's
Yeah.
a theory. I don't know.
That's a good idea. I wasn't thinking of that.
Are you going to talk about what happened with Natalie?
Yep, I am. That's the next
Gross.
thing. Her and all the other Tamara people are kind of celebrating that
Because they're dumb.
they're not gonna die. That they're
they're
finding
dumb.
that. But also partly I get that they turned them in. But if you were the founder, wouldn't you just kill them right away? Wouldn't I just? All right, you already have Roger, and you're throwing him in this chair. You already have these people that have turned their back on their own people.
Yeah.
And brought you someone that you need. If I were the founder, I would say, "Oh, guys, great! I'm so happy that you helped me. Here, let's go in this room. We're gonna celebrate right now."
And then
I'd
kill
throw
him.
them in that room, and I'd have someone standing there, and I'd shoot them up with the serum and be like, "Guess what? Now you're human. Now you're all gonna die. Thanks for bringing me Roger." That's what I would say if I was him.
I see what you're saying. I think not. Here's why.
Okay.
If he gets the cell tower or whatever working again,
He can always
he
kill them.
controls them.
Yeah.
He has minions now
Mm-hmm.
because anybody who has the tracer
Mm-hmm.
inside them, he owns basically.
Yeah.
So that's why I wouldn't kill them if I were him, because I think like an evil genius, and I think, oh, I could use this.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, because they always are going to be scared that they have it in them once that
Right.
stuff gets back up. I don't know. If I was him, I would. But I would just also.
See, you're not trying to build your evil army.
Did you see how many how many dots were on that screen? There was a lot up there. The 5 or 6 people that were there, I would have been like, nope, I don't need you. You're dead to me. That's what I would do. I would have killed them right
But
away.
they've already proven themselves as loyal to him because they gave him Roger.
I know, but I just still wouldn't. Who's gonna say they're gonna not turn on you again later?
They won't because he can kill them.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but I would have just killed them right
You're
away.
not an evil genius.
I'm not. I would
Clearly.
I would have just been like, "You're dead. Too bad." And then we see Marla and Luca leaving the city.
In a car for some reason.
Yeah. Well, you gotta
Like
drive. Oh yeah, like she can't just. I didn't even think of that. I see. I forgot she had powers again.
Yeah. And then we see the grossest thing ever.
Well.
Natalie.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I skipped it. Yeah. Natalie kisses Russell.
Oh, I was sitting at home and I screamed, ew!
I was like, really? And then the founder starts up the machine with Roger in it.
Yep.
And then Steven finds Irene. He asks where Jedediah is. She says, I don't know. I don't know where he went.
And then we see the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, this is the best part of this episode. We see someone teleport out into the streets, and then the camera kind of, pans up, and we see this wide, and we see that his hair, and I'm like, yes, he has powers. So Jedediah now has powers, and there's cars coming towards him, and he,
Cars.
stops them. I thought it was awesome. Like, to me, I'm like, I want a second season of this show so bad now that he has powers.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, as much as, like, that would have been awesome. Like, I can't wait to see how next week's episode ends and what happens in it. But that would have been a great way to end this season of him finally, the reveal that he has powers.
So the whole season, I was like, oh man, like Mark Pellegrino, he's great, but he never like survives whatever show he's on.
Yeah.
He, like Supernatural and Revolution.
And
he doesn't
Lost.
he doesn't survive.
Yep.
So I was really worried. And then today I was like, yes, yeah, he's going to live.
Yeah. I wrote down here, I was like, hell yeah. I was like, this is awesome.
I put
like,
a bunch of exclamation points.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I think it looks like he's running off to Ultra to, stop the founder.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Save his
and
brother.
as he's just like tossing cars out of his way,
cars.
trying to figure out how these powers work.
He, after I think the first 2 cars, totally he's like, wait, cars. Oh, I got this.
But
Okay.
also, why do you keep running? But I guess he's kind of used to being human.
Yeah, he forgets to
Yeah,
teleport.
yeah. I guess he's still getting but even when Steven broke out, he was still trying to get it down. So
Yeah.
I think it looked like the Ultra building was kind of right in front of him.
Yeah.
So he can run.
I guess also Steven had a lot of trouble with landing when he teleported.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jedediah didn't want to fall.
Yeah, exactly. And he did. I mean, he definitely looked like he stumbled out when he landed on the street there. But I'm pumped that he has powers.
Yep.
I thought it was awesome. Great way to end the episode.
It's 2 episodes that they ended with like an explosive,
Yeah.
sorry for the pun, ending.
Yeah, but I felt like the first couple episodes, there was a lot of things that were happening at the very end where you're like, okay, like
Yeah.
the last 5 minutes were very crucial to the whole story and plot overall.
Yeah.
And I felt like they got back to that in these last couple episodes. And it's next week's the last episode, right? Or is there one more?
I believe there's one more.
Okay, because I thought it said season finale on the thing that I saw, the preview that I saw.
I
Because the
have a
preview it looked like
calendar.
that, I think it's like Jedediah going to Ultra to try to save Roger. And then just kind of, they said like they have like 2 hours until the machine starts to work.
You are correct. Next week is the season finale.
Okay, so a lot of stuff's going to happen next week.
Yeah.
So I really want the show to get picked up now after seeing all this. Like I wanted to over the season, but this just really got me to be like, I want to see what happens. I want to see where they go with it because they threw a lot in this season, this first season. So it'll be interesting to see where they go because I wasn't expecting Jedediah to get powers right away.
Honestly, I feel like, and I hate to say this, but I feel like the last chunk of episodes, the last maybe 3 through the next one, it kind of feels like because they threw in everything. They were like, you didn't think Roger would come back to life? He's alive.
Yeah.
You didn't think Jed would get powers? He has powers.
Yeah.
All of this stuff happened. I hate to say it, and I'm not saying it's because I want it, but I think that it's because they don't expect
Or
a
they don't
second
know.
season.
Yeah, they don't know, so they want to at least wrap it up. Because I know a lot of shows that happens where like they're not sure, so they want to at least end the season on, some kind of conclusion or something happening at the end.
And they want to give you everything you want.
Yeah.
Because, if it does get picked up, hopefully, then they can go anywhere with it at this point.
But you don't want it to be like Back to the Future, where they put her in the car with them at the end, and then go, "Oh, great, we got a sequel. What are we gonna do with her in the car when they go to the future?"
Replace her with someone else.
I know, but let's just put her on this bench. She'll be fine for years. But yeah, it's just one of those like they are throwing everything into this.
Yeah.
So where do you go from here? But let's get into predictions. What do you think for the season finale next week?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Ooh, the lights are going.
Yeah, they are.
Do you have predictions?
Yes. Predictions next week. John is not human. That is my prediction. John has powers.
I think they'll just give him his powers back. That's what I was thinking.
They'll give him his powers back. Who will?
Jed will. He knows how to give.
Oh.
Like he knows. That's
No,
what.
he
That's
knows
what
how.
I was. That's what I was thinking. He was gonna get his powers back.
All right, fair enough. Here are my predictions.
Yes.
Jedediah is now going to give everyone he wants to live powers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then all the humans will die.
Yeah.
That's my prediction for next week.
Her predictions: all humans will die next week on the
Yeah.
season finale. Yeah, I think anybody gonna die. I don't know. It's so up in the air. I think definitely John gets his powers back next week.
Astra gets powers.
I think Founder dies. I think they kill the Founder next week.
Finally.
Yeah.
All right.
But then I also feel like now Jedediah can take over Ultra now because now he has powers and become evil again. So
But would he be evil?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yes, exactly. So where can they find you?
The people can find me online at yell.tv, and on there you can find interviews with the stars of shows like Starcrossed and The 100, Once Upon a Time. All those are
Awesome.
up there. Also, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Google Plus at YellTeagle. That's YaelTygiel. Take it away, Tom.
And you can find me on Twitter at TomTheCom. And you can see us here next week for the season finale.
Season finale
of the Tomorrow People. See you guys next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.